And good afternoon. My name's Jenny McCormack from Gemini Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I thought I'd just pop on this afternoon onto my Facebook page to run through the papers that you get in our paper share pack for autumn winter mini catalogue. I do also do one for the annual catalogue, but this is the one that matches the July to December mini catalogue. And basically what it allows you to do is sample all of the main papers, including the specialty papers. So these are foiled with a quarter of a pack of each one. So where it is a 12 by 12 paper pack, most of those are 12 sheets each. So you will get a quarter of a pack, which are basically 6 sheets cut to 12 by 6 inches. And I cut it that way rather than 6 by 6 because if you're a card maker, then you can make typically 3 cards out of each sheet if you're making them as a standard A6 size. So I found that this is more useful than cutting them all down to 6 by 6. In this mini catalogue, there's only one pack of paper that is 6 by 6, and this is the first one that we're going to look at, called Gingerbread and Peppermint. So this one is designed at 6 by 6, and that's how it's cut, obviously, but all of the others are cut 6 inches by the 12 inches that they come by. Hopefully that makes it more cost effective for you, because you can get more out of each sheet of paper. So these are the papers that I've included. So there are 8 altogether, and also in your pack you will get some free celebration papers, and that is one with penguins and one with the peaceful deer on it. I'll show you those at the end, and you'll just get a selection of those just as a little thank you from me. So let me have a quick look, bring the screen up so I can see what I'm doing. Let me check on my phone to make sure everything is going to work okay, and then we'll get cracking. So I don't expect many of you to be online at this time of the afternoon. It is 4:30 on Tuesday afternoon. I will be live here at 7 p.m. this evening, so 2.5 hours time. But I just thought I'd run through now. Hello Louise, and thanks for joining us this afternoon. So I'll just run through these really quickly. So I do have a sheet with all of the information on, and you can find this on my Facebook page, and I will also make sure it is in my blog, which you can find at geminicrafts.co.uk. So the first paper pack you'll get is this one called Gingerbread and Peppermint, and this obviously coordinates with the dies that you can buy that match this particular set. You could also fussy cut many of these items out as well. So there are 12 sheets altogether, and they're a mixture of patterns and images, which we'll see as we go along. So what I'll do is I'll do one side first and then turn over, rather than keep flipping it over, otherwise I find you get a little bit dizzy. So obviously this is real red and olive green, old olive even. So we have this one here with the little pinwheels, this one here, the little tiny pinwheels in the red and the green. Not sure you can see much of those. And the other colour we have in here is cinnamon cider. So we had this one with white, the red, white and the green. This one here with a crisscross pattern. just a straight stripe, a multicoloured stripe with a bit of crumb cake hint in the background. We have this one here with the crisscross. This one here, this is perfect for adding strips, so you could put 4 strips or 2 strips each on 2 cards. And dots, and then we have that one there, and then if I turn them over you'll see more of the images. So we have this one with the trees, and it's designed to look like gingerbread which has been iced. Okay, that's the whole idea of the gingerbread and peppermint sweet. So we have this one here. We have this one here with the bells, the baubles, the snowflakes. Now this is a miniature version of the actual ones, so there isn't a die for this, but you could fussy cut those, or just use it as a background, or just cut this into strips. So it's perfect for tags, this one. Have this one here with a little bit of espresso coming in. We have this one here, and again, so these will actually fit the dies. So bells and snowflakes and a few little pinwheels, bells and baubles, baubles and snowflakes, the little wheels, and then we have a background. We have mittens and stars, and then 2 more backgrounds to finish. So that is called Gingerbread and Peppermint, and you get 12 sheets of those. The next one up is Painted Christmas, and this will be one of my Christmas classes, will be based around this paper and the matching stamp sets and dies. So again, I'll go through one side and to the other. So more traditional, but a watercolour Christmas look. We have these lovely pine cones. And obviously this would also work for birthday cards. It's not necessarily Christmassy. It would make good winter birthday cards. Good mail cards as well. This one here. And then we have this one here with fur, and this one with the berries and the crumb cake backing. So this is called Painted Christmas. Let me just put the other side up for you. So we have this one here. So it's almost like a brick effect, sort of herringbone. This one here with the little petals and leaves. Let's bring that down a bit better, you can see it. This one with the little sprigs. More pine cones, but in a different format. And then this one here, which is soft sea foam, but with white holly. How much of that you can see in this light. So that is called Painted Christmas, and you get 6 of those. Obviously any of these packs you can order the whole pack as well. So if you see the papers that you like and you just want a whole pack, of course that's absolutely fine, you can order that. This one is £10.75 and this one here is £10.75. This pack here is called Whimsy and Wonder, and this one is £14 because it has this lovely foiling. Now when I did my run through of the new catalogue, I did show most of these papers as we went along, but I thought it was easier to show them separately for you today. I love this one. Very feminine colours, very soft pinks, and we've got some little deer here. We've got bows, we've got roses, holly. So very cute, and as you can see, metallic foiling in there. And then we have this with pink blushing bride background with foiled snowflakes. Again, that is stunning. And then we have holly. So white background with light and dark holly leaves, and that again, that blushing bright pink holly. These whimsical trees. So this matches a stamp set called Whimsical Trees, I think it's called. We have the presents. So these are obviously very easy to cut up just with your scissors. Most of these have holly on the presents, so perfect for Christmas. And you could cut out the blue ones for mail presents or mail cards, and then the pink ones for the ladies. And then a bit of in your face holographic stripes. And on the reverse of these, we have some little trees with misty moonlight backing. Not sure you can see, that's quite pale. They're whimsical trees. This lovely set of a nice colour mix. Have this one here, similar one here, and then we have two green ones, one with holly and little pink berries, and then one with white dots, which could be snow or just a dotty background. So that's called Whimsy and Wonder, and that is a £14 set, but also gets incorporated into my share. So my shares are £24 if you're able to collect from me. If you'd like it posted, it's an extra £2.50 to get them posted out to you. So our next set is called Sweet Stockings, as you can see here, and they feature stockings, cats, dogs and little animals. So we've got a mouse here with great big ears, and then we've got a little hamster or guinea pig, and then we have cats and dogs. So this is very much the theme of this set, and it does have dies to match the bigger elements and stamps obviously for the stockings and the cats and the dogs peeping over. So it's called Sweet Stockings. So this is one side. We have the dog wrapped up in Christmas lights, and then the cat in the box, and then the little mouse bringing a present. We have the cat with the reindeer ears on, antlers even, a little bird budgerigar with the post, and then the dog with the wreath wrapped around. Here's the stockings. These match the dies that go with them. And then we have cats and dogs, goldfish and little baubles. And then we have a lovely tangle, but not quite so tangled, set of Christmas lights. And then on the reverse side of these, we have some patterns here. And then we have just assorted backgrounds. I'm guessing this is probably Cherry Cobbler or Merry Merlot. Love this one with the stitching. This is perfect to cut out strips to attach to the bottom and the top of a card. Stars, stripes, and then a crisscross. That's the pool party. So a really nice mix and fun elements, especially if you need to make cards for people with cats or dogs and you don't want to buy a stamp set like that. You can just use the papers to create their cards. Okay, next up is Peaceful Place. That's another set there at £10.75 for the papers. This one here, Peaceful Place, is a metallic foiled one at £14. Now I've cut this piece in portrait rather than landscape, otherwise if you cut it in landscape, somebody gets all the trees and somebody gets all the sky, which isn't very fair. So for this one, this sheet, I've cut it in that direction. So this would be great if you had all of the trees, but the poor other person just gets sky. But that's what it looks like. I put that on there. Okay. Then we have this sheet here, which is designed to be cut into two for a 6x6 card, or you could cut it further up. And this is fabulous just with a sentiment on. So this is all called Peaceful Place, and this will also be featured in one of my classes, one of my Christmas themed classes. So we have some bit of silver stars in the background. We have this beautiful one here, which is foiled, as you can see, but you can still stamp on this element. So this element is not foiled at the bottom, and it's not glossy either, but obviously you would need to be very careful stamping onto that. We have this piece here, which is great for men's cards, and this one here then with the line of the Christmas trees. If I turn this one over, you'll see the other sides. So we had this one with the wood effect, which is silver embossed. And then we have the cabins, like so. We have just a light background with like little scratched lines. And on the back of the stars we have a grey gingham. On the back of this one here we have some more trees with a grey background, and then on the back of this sheet here we have almost like a stencil look. So that is called Peaceful Place, and that's a quarter of a pack of card paper, I should say. It's quite thick though, and if you wanted to buy a whole pack of that, that would be £14. Then we have Blackberry Beauty. So this has owls on it and this lovely Blackberry Bliss background, and again it's foiled. This one is foiled with gold, and then we have twigs or antlers if you prefer. We have a thistle type design on that blackberry. If you can see, it's quite difficult actually in the light because it's quite deep, but obviously I've got my lights on here. A blackberry with gold embossing, that's beautiful, and then with a lighter design on that. And this one here, which has got cinnamon cider, it's got gold embosser on it. Just make sure I've got the right number of sheets. Yes, so 6 altogether. So let me turn over to the other side of those for you. And then we have this one here. We have gold embossing. This is probably one of my favourites. Again, this is gold embossed. If you can just see that in the light there, across these little flowers like Queen Anne's lace. This would be perfect, just cut up into 3 and with a sentiment stamped at the top, and maybe a butterfly or something gold added on top of that. And then we have checkerboard, can't even think what that's called. A graphic design. And then we have this one here, and cinnamon cider one to finish with the flowers going up in this direction. That's the way I've cut that particular piece. Okay, so that is called Blackberry Beauty. Then we have Harvest Meadow, which is our sort of autumn harvest one. So this one is £10.75 for the pack. This might be one of my favourite sheets from this set, white on blue, and I'm pretty sure that's Misty Moonlight behind. And then we have this one here, and again Misty Moonlight with a graphic on it, and then a mixture almost like fleur-de-lis and sort of doilies, but a very petite little design. Cassie. And then we have Crumb Cake and Bumblebee with a light sort of floral design going up there. And if I just turn these over to the other side, so florals, graphics like a fleur-de-lis again. This is lovely with this design, almost like not bulrushes, but that sort of thing, or ears of barley. And then this one with Calypso Coral. This one here, which is stunning, looks like trees with blossom or snow on it, depending on how you want to look at that. More Calypso. And then finally this one, which has got some very fine writing. Not sure you can pick that up, but that is a stunning one to use as a background. So that's called Harvest Meadow. And then last but not least, Heartwarming Hugs. Now this actually was in our catalogue last year, and I'm really glad they brought it through because it's very traditional red and green Christmas. And if you like traditional Christmas, this is the one for you. Perfect for backgrounds. So red, white and green. So we have this one here. Red and white stripes. Green and white small gingham design. Oh, thanks Freddie. I hope he wasn't responding too much. And then we've got red, white and green stripes, a red and green crisscross, and then a houndstooth. And then if I just turn these over onto the other side, we have a white background with little diamonds in the red and the two greens. We have a graphic crisscross with tiny little crosses and dots. This one here, more of a diamond design. Red and white dots, which I do rather like this one too. Green and green dots, and then a nice traditional red, white and green stripe. So those are all of the papers you get in my paper share pack. It comes packaged like this, so it's all protected. Each one of the packs has a little belly band around it, and they're double wrapped so that they'll travel nice and safely if you do need them posted out. You do also get some free celebration papers, which I've just put down somewhere safe. Honest, I have. Well, I can't even see what I've done with them. Oh, here are some of them. So, in the celebration papers, you can choose this paper pack if you spend £45 or more, and this obviously matches with the Penguin Place stamp set, and some of the papers coordinate with the Penguin Punch. So we have this one here with the bears and the penguin, and then these are assorted scenes using the penguins, bear, foxes, rabbits. So the smaller characters you could fussy cut or leave as a background. Some of the larger characters can be punched out. The penguin can be punched out. So these are really fun. Of the fox with his scarf. And then we have here the large bear, penguin and the fox. And then a smaller one. Now this one here, this penguin actually matches the punch and is very similar to the stamp set. So those are some of the penguin place papers that you can get, and if you order the my paper share, you will get sample of these. And then the other one in the pack are the peaceful deer papers, and this includes the deer that matches the deer punch. And I'm not quite sure why I can't see the actual papers that I'm looking for that I put so safely aside. But here are 2 out of the 12 sheets. It does include some red in it. Let me just see if I can find it. I literally had it as I was packing everything up. Oh, I might be able to find them here. There we go. Just see if there's any other comments. No, that's it. So we have this one here with the trees. Oh, and I'll show you the other side of the penguins as well. And then red and black, red and crumb cake, and the deer. And this one matches the deer. And if you're clever, you can hold it up to the light and punch the other one as well. So you can actually punch out both of those. And on the reverse side of these, we have green, we have crumb cake, garden, this is garden green, snowflakes on the red, some trees, I like birch trees, and then red and black gingham. And then on the reverse of the penguins, I'll just show you. I think you'd be hard pushed to use the backs when the fronts are so sweet, but we have the trees, we have the dots in the matching colours, bit of fresh freesia, set of stripes, love those, misty moonlight as well, and just jade. So that's reverse of the penguin. So you'll get some samples of these. You won't get all of them, but you'll get some samples of these with every pack of our paper shares. So the first lot have gone out, and I'm just getting ready for the second lot. So if you want to be included in that, then just let me know. As I say, it will be on my website and on Facebook, and these will be available until probably the end of October as paper shares. I tend to only offer it for the first couple of months, because then most people have got the selection they want, or they've bought the individual sets. Because obviously what I have to do is collect the orders and then order up all of the packs of card paper. So what I can't do is take an order for one and then order all of this, because that's not cost effective, and I need to do it on an order by order basis, if that makes sense. So if you want to be included in the next round, just comment or let me know, and I can send you an invoice for those. So thank you so much if you've hopped on this afternoon. I will be live this evening at 7 p.m. where we will be doing the next in our series of cards using the stamp set called Delivering Cheer. I couldn't think what it was called for a minute. So that's been great fun. So I'm going to do some paper piecing with that, and I think I'm going to use some of my Christmas papers. So thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions on what I've shown you, or you want to order anything, just give me a shout. Thanks so much for now. Take care, everybody. Cheerio. Bye.